It's muted when I first start the video. I don't know what that's about, but anyways, okay. So what I wanted to say, because I kind of thought it was like funny, and I'm like, I always think it's really interesting that every single time that like, say for instance, I'm in a situation, and then when I become single, all the time I get people that say, and sometimes it's like the same people, they're like, they're glad that I'm single. And I'm like, hopefully that doesn't show up on there. But anyways, yeah, so they're glad that I'm single. And so I always think that that's interesting. So what I found recently, like, right, is I'm in this place where I feel like I am like super difficult. So I ain't even like promoting, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm single, but I'm really kind of not single, because listen, I ain't got time for half the stuff. I cannot be unequally yoked and all this other stuff. So anyways, I just thought that was funny, you know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of laughed at it, because I'm like, sometimes people don't know what my status is, and some people that's known me for a long time, they be like, they'll say, oh, I knew it, you know. And because before my walk with Christ, I kind of did have like this little difficult, all this that I'm saying might make me look crazy, might make me look bad. I'm not on here fist to bash no men. I'm not a man basher or anything like that. I love men. So that's not what this is about. But anyway, so it's just interesting to see how I have always been like this person that, I don't know, guys that I'm like, dude, why do you want to just keep me? Like, you want to make sure you have access to me, but you're not willing to do what it takes to keep me. So it's kind of like this. If you're walking and you go on a field and you stumble on, like, I'm gonna use the parable from the Bible, a pearl. You know, a pearl is like real expensive, whatever. Or for someone else who may not get that, they don't read the Bible, whatever. You're in the field and you stumble on some oil. You know what I'm saying? So now you're the only person out there on that field. That field is worth something. You're the only person that sees this worth. And so you go, you find out the price of this field, whatever. You do whatever you have to do to secure that. I get people that want to secure me with nothing. Now, this is like, they don't want to invest anything in the sense of like, now, if like I'm free on the market, like, dude, you're not taking me off the market. If I don't have a ring that I can buy for myself, I don't need nobody to buy me no ring. Let's get that clear. I can purchase my own ring. But if I don't have something that is a sense of security that a man has to make, like to show that he's really interested. Like, what are you willing to lose? What are you willing to give up to really show, like, okay, I want you off the market? Like, if you're not doing that, dude, you kind of in the way, because who knows what God has for me? Probably none of the people I know on Facebook, but you know, anyways. So, you know, that whole thing of, I'm like, I got to try to keep my thoughts together too, as I know I be rambling, and I said I was going to try to do better at keeping it all together, but welcome to my mind. Okay. So yeah. So, when I initially started dating, like, I got a real good friend, male friend, and he always told me, you know, he was like, men are gonna be upset with you. He was like, cause you own game. He was like, and men don't like when the women up on game on stuff. And so, you know, he laced me this up early on, you know what I'm saying? And I always remembered that. But what I remember also is that the enemy has always tried to make me feel like, what's wrong with you? Like, what's wrong with me? And I will say that anybody I've had a relationship with, whatever, for the most part, I am like super cool with all of them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like super cool. Everything's good. Like there's no beef. There are some people that I might have had my situation that I kind of care not to engage with, but for the most part, I mean, I've forgiven everybody, you know what I'm saying? So even I've apologized, I've forgiven, and so I think that causes for a good relationship. But I think that the enemy, what I really wanted to say is for like women, you know, you have to be mindful that the enemy might make you feel like you're not worthy, you know what I'm saying? Like try to make you feel like what's wrong with you, why this and that, you know what I'm saying, when you don't know your self-worth. So once you start knowing your self-worth, things is different. Not saying you're not gonna make mistakes, because I still make mistakes, but each time I make a mistake, best believe I won't repeat that mistake. And when I write my book, whoever is listening, just know I'm not getting consents. So you better be already confessing your own truth, because I'm gonna confess it all. So, but not in a bad way, not in a bad way, not to put nobody down, not to put nobody out, just because I feel like the truth sets people free and it helps other women. And I feel like us as women, a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, you might want something that you shouldn't want. God knows what's best for us. And even for men, you know what I'm saying? Same situation with men. Like, know your worth. You know what I'm saying? Know your worth and don't settle for less. And I learned that, which is a new, because now my walk has been different and I've made a few mistakes as I've been walking. So I'm just kind of learning as I go. You know what I'm saying? I kind of had that worldly lifestyle down pat. So when dudes would play me or whatever, like I knew how to bounce back. I knew, you know what I'm saying, dudes. When I dealt with dudes before, I didn't ask for a ring, because for one, I wasn't worried about getting married, because I already kind of knew what they was about. But they make sure they securing it. They paying bills, they buying, they doing this, they trying to make sure they take you on trips. They doing whatever they got to do above and beyond the next man, so that way you stay secured in the bag for them. You know what I'm saying? All the while, they ain't doing nothing right they supposed to do. They got a whole situation, all kinds of stuff. So I say all that to say, like, in that life, I knew what to do. Then I move over to Christ, and it's like, I'm steady making mistakes, but it's okay. I'm not like I'm grateful. God shows me like, okay, boom, girl, you need to switch it up. You need to do better. You need to no, don't do. And so now, you know what I'm saying? The fact that I'm saying for a man to step to me, for one, don't talk about dating. I don't want to dry date nothing. I don't want to get to know you. Like, if I need to know your relationship with Christ and then kind of go from there. But I ain't trying to do all that extra. Like, dude, I ain't trying to give with nobody for what they got. I don't care how much money you make, dude. I make my own money. And then not only that, like, I got a son that pretty much like, he goes above and beyond. So it's not like, you know what I'm saying, I really need somebody that, you know what I'm saying, my son takes up a huge role of what a man should be doing. And not that I said, you know, I be like, I'm grateful for that, but I want him to get him his wife. And you know what I'm saying, he don't have to look out and worry about his mama. But I feel like God gave me this young man and he's always looking out for me. So some things that he does, I get with a man and it's like, dude, my son does this and you don't know how to do this. Like, I'm not cutting you no slack. Like, I'm not cutting you no slack, because you should know better. Like, if a 25-year-old knows what to do for a woman, you should know as a grown man. Like, I'm not cutting no slack. So I feel like I am tough on things that I require, that I want more for myself. And I'm not apologizing for that. Like, if I say I want a ring and you don't want to give me no ring, okay, don't give me no ring. Don't secure this bag. Get yourself out the way. So, you know what I'm saying? Somebody else, because the enemy will make you feel like settle. you're not gonna get anything, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get nothing better than that, or you too difficult, or you too, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to start knowing your worth. I am in a place where I really like, I be kind of feeling insecure sometimes when I go around women and their men, and mainly because I know how men move, and then I be having to be like, play this, like, I'm tired of doing that too. Like, no, like, dude, like, women, you got a husband, don't worry about me. I don't want nobody's married men. I ain't saying I haven't made mistakes in the past, but in 2021, it will, from the time Christ and after, like, do not worry about me. I ain't trying to get nobody's husband, no nothing, because every good and perfect gift comes from God. So I'm on here and I'm rambling, and it was just kind of inspired by a very good friend of mine, which he's probably going to talk some mess when he messages me like, girl, why you? But it just inspired me because it was funny. It was like, you know what I'm saying? Just our conversation and him saying he thought he was glad that I was single. And I'm like, well, thanks. I get that. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be, well, I would have did this and we would have, like, dude, you better come on with it. I am not trying to look for no man. I ain't trying to secure no bag, because I feel like a real woman is, how do I need to word it? A real woman, like, if she's a jewel, she will be seeked out. So I'm on here, but I really don't be like, I'm like, most of the time I just be nice, and I be thinking sometimes like, maybe I'm too nice, and that's why God's like, dude, right now, do not worry about this video. Do not inbox me. No, because most people be inboxing me. This dude, hopefully he sees this video, call me. Dude, do not call me off of social media. Like, no, don't call me. Like, message me. If I hit you back, then that's one thing, but don't call, like, and then calling at the wrong, no, like, Jesus, no. But so I'm just saying, I wanted to encourage somebody. I'll be looking at the time up here. I want to encourage young women, mainly young women, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm already 40, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't really tripping. What God has for me, I shall get. And so I'm not worried about, like, if at first I was, though. At first, I'm not gonna sit here in front like I wasn't worried about, like, oh, I'm getting a little old, I better, you know what I'm saying? But then that starts to make you settle, and you cannot let the enemy make you think that you're not worthy, that God doesn't have the best. Good and perfect gifts come from God, but you have to be in alignment with God to even know what that's supposed to look like, know what that, and listen, I be on here, I just air out my mess. You know what I'm saying? I've made a lot of mistakes in the past. I've been married twice. I've been proposed to twice. In between all that mess, I've had a whole lot of stuff go on. So I am not coming from a place of, like, when I'm talking about marriage and stuff like that, like, know your worth. Know your worth. These are good people. You know what I'm saying? Like, all my exes, that kind of sounds bad. All my exes live in Texas. Okay. Anyways, all my ex people that I know, I'm cool with. We're super cool. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot from just what I've been through. And good, solid men, when they know, like, you know what I'm saying, like, they can see your growth, and they know they once had, you know what I'm saying, they respect, and then they talk to you and give you good advice, you know what I'm saying? Good advice on how to not settle. Don't be crying over no dude. Like, don't be crying. If God removed it, it probably was a reason. Because if it was meant to be, it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Do not get stuck up on the why. You know what I'm saying? As women, a lot of times that is what can draw us down. Like, why? Like, don't worry about the why, because you might be waiting for an apology from somebody that don't even think they did anything. You know what I'm saying? So you can't, I heard this, you can't expect the person who broke you to come and fix you, if that makes sense. I heard that, I think, from Pastor Darius. I want to say that was, I quoted that out of him right. But anyways, that makes a lot of sense, though. Don't expect nobody to come fix you. The only person that you should be looking to for your happiness is Christ. Y'all, I'm saying this, I didn't always feel this way. I'd be sick over certain, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody. Some people I'm like, bye. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But then I've had my share of like, oh, I'm sick. Like, nigga, what? I'm sick. Okay, why was I saying nigga? All that. But anyways, I am saying that in life, as you grow, as you make your mistakes, learn from them. Don't stay stuck. Don't stay stagnant. Like, women, you shouldn't be sitting around waiting for no man to do nothing for you. If you're single and you ain't already married, you should be. And you young, go to school, further your education, get up, get a job. If you are, I tell my niece this, if you're sleep past 8 o'clock in the morning and you ain't gonna, like, listen, that's a huge problem. If you live by yourself and you don't clean up, you don't wash the dishes, you don't keep your, like, that's a problem. Like, all this stuff you have to do on your own. Like, if you don't have no man, you should not be, if you got baby daddies and they ain't paying child support, whatever, girl, don't worry about trying to put them on child support. Get to your bag. God is going to bless you. I have my oldest 2 sons. Listen, I raised them. I didn't get child support. Now, at the end, they was ordered to pay, and then you finally give it. I get child support now for DeAnthony, and he's 25. So I'm like, look at Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even need it at this point. I needed it back then, but God still has a way of just supplying what you need. So don't stop. Don't stop and be waiting. Don't be trying to hound your baby daddy down. If he don't want you, girl, recognize, get in that mirror, see what your beauty is, and find somebody. Don't let him string you along and, oh, I'm gonna get with you, or, oh no, if he ain't with you, he don't want to be with you. Move on, get yourself together. You should not be trying to do anything if you don't got yourself together. That's the number 1 rule. Like, so now I'm just kind of speaking, you know what I'm saying? Like, have your own stuff together. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least have your own place to stay, your own car. Hard times fall on everybody. So I'm not saying everybody should be here. If you got a good relationship with somebody, your mom, whoever you could stay with, stack your paper, that's what you should be doing. But do not be trying to go get your nails done, spending $300-$400 on all this nonsense. For what? Turning up for what? Like, what are you partying for if you're living with someone? The goal is to stack while you don't have that responsibility, and then move on. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm saying a lot, y'all, but you know what I'm saying? Just because I was getting it on my own. And the one person, he told me, he said, I saw you because I saw your grind. Like, and he helped me out with my son. And you know what I'm saying? He just helped me. He helped me get to where I needed to be. And it was never about, like, when we wasn't in no relationship, it was never about, oh, let me try to see if I can get something from it. Like, no, he was a genuine dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Want to make sure I'm straight. Like, you know what I'm saying? I see you grinding, you know, I respect that. Like, men gonna respect that more than you in there trying to beg and all that stuff. Like, when I see a man and, he making money or he getting money, like, that don't excite me, dude. That is his money. I don't have my money in him. I ain't got no ring on my finger. This tattoo says God. If I don't have no ring on my finger, none of that excite me, because that ain't mine. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at things. And so I'm already over my time, because I don't be wanting the videos to be too long. But y'all, God bless y'all. God bless y'all. Y'all know, all glory to God. Before I even got on this video, I'm like, Holy Spirit, you know what I'm saying? Help me say what I need to say. Get across to who I need to get across to. Y'all know the deal. If you want that inner peace, that freedom, that new birth, new life, new everything, confessing with your mouth that Jesus Christ is Lord, and believing in your heart that God raised him from the dead, is save you. your soul, eternal life. And it literally changes everything, y'all. Changes everything. Inbox me if you want me to pray with you a prayer of salvation. That's what I should be saying. Just inbox me if you want me to pray with you a prayer of salvation. Remember, it is a heart thing. Confessing with your mouth that Jesus is Lord and believing in your heart that God raised him from the dead. And you know, it's more to it, but too much for this video. So okay, love y'all. Thank y'all for just listening to me rant. Hopefully, if you're drawn to this, God wanted you to hear something I had to say, and hopefully it wasn't too ghetto and ratchet in between mix. When I get my podcast, y'all, I'll be doing a little bit better. But okay, bye.